Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Listen, this is a beautiful day. Sun is shining here in the Midwest. The leaves are falling, beautiful fall, autumn colors. It's just a sign of new beginnings to me. Actually, that's spring, but this is a sign that it's about to start over again. And the same thing with the market. If you're new to this page, I'm Larry Jones, and this family is the family known as Stock Up with Larry Jones. Come and join us by hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell. I'm going to take a few minutes and talk about a few things. I have my inspiration already up. It's going to appear in your upper right-hand corner. I talk about some financial things, but man, I want you guys to really hear the inspirational message today. I don't know how a fly getting in here, and we already had freezing temperature. All right, I don't get it. All right, so we need to be like that fly though. But anyway, I just want to talk about this market. Listen, this stock market, it is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, this market needs to take some Xanax. Let's just call it what it is. It's so bipolar. It doesn't matter how much fundamental studying you've done. It doesn't matter how good you are on the charts. You have been getting whipsawed back and forth from day to day, from tweet to tweet, from Fed cut to no Fed cut to how many. It's just insane. Now we have we had at least 3 Fed governors, if not 4. I know for a fact 3 Fed governors came out and said that there shouldn't be a rate cut in December, right? Markets didn't like that. Market was already frothy in spite of these hawkish sounding Fed governors. Now we got to see what Powell is going to do. We got to see what Powell's final decision. Now, they don't speak for the whole governing board, but the naysayers systematically chose to speak out. Now, this is what's called jawboning, and that was intentional. And we got other bad news as it pertains to the housing market. The Feds met. They had an emergency meeting, and they're just talking about the high foreclosures that's going on and what is it doing to the economy, right? And there's some reason for concern, but I'll talk about that more on Monday as I dig deeper. Foulings for foreclosures are up a 20-year high, and it's scary. Okay, it's scary, but you gotta understand the whole thing. We are nowhere near what we are in 2008. There's so many things that's different now. So for the people that will take that data and fear monger you, now there's some negative things to happen, but it's not going to be like, you're going to hear stuff like worse than 2008, worse than the recession. No, it's not. We had so many adjustable arm mortgages. We had no paper, sign here. Let me put a mirror under your nose if you got a no doc signatures, and if you got a pulse, let me feel you. If you got a pulse, we'll give you a mortgage. It's a lot of 2/3 of that is gone now. And that's what caused the housing market, because the banks, of course, was financing the mortgages. Okay. And let me just say this right now. This talk about a 50-year mortgage is the most insane thing I have ever heard. I don't care who said it. Don't, if you listening to me, look at me. Don't you ever sign a 50-year mortgage, and don't allow your kids to do that. It is the most insane thing. So the reason that you're buying a house to build equity will be eaten up. Just think about this right now. A 30-year fixed mortgage, the first 11 years, you're just paying interest. So if you stretch that to 50, what do you think you're going to be paying for the first 20-ish years? For 20 years, you're going to be paying nothing but interest. Don't you do it. Don't do it. This is financial advice. Don't do it. And I want you to really look up what the word mortgage means. It was derived from mortuary, meaning a death pledge. Look it up. That means that you are signing your life away. Okay, let me get off of that horse. And all by get an understanding. Do not do. A renter is better than someone doing a 50-year mortgage. I said it. I challenge anyone to challenge me on that. All right. But anyway, let's go. So what's happening in the market? We got to see. One of the things I would not do is I would not look at the pre-markets tonight, Sunday night, and say this is a reflection of Monday. And I don't want you to look at Monday morning opening bell and see it as a reflection of the entire day. Look at what happened on Friday. I was talking to the people in Money Moves, right? Where my Money Move was at. We did a lot of talking. And there's some days where it's just chill. And there's some days where your phone is going ting, 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 ting. I was hitting with the facts and hitting with the Money Moves, okay? So that's what we do in Money Moves. Stock Up You is where you need to go first and learn. We'll talk about that later. But I will tell you that I was looking for a 6% pullback in the S&P. I think we got to like 5.8 from the highs, not just the week, but from the highs. I think we got around 5.8. And I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to make somebody mad. We were due for it. So let me explain this to you, and then you won't be upset when I say it was healthy. If we have little pullbacks, that's harder for you to navigate, right? So here's where the fair value is of the stock market, let alone a stock, just the entire stock market. So if we keep having little falls, right? So if we go in here and we keep having little falls, then that's fine, right? You can manage that. But if you have one of these, and then a fall, that's when you say the market is rigged. That's when you lose the most money. That's when you panic sell. You can handle this, but when it does this, which the market is so high right now, it's inflated, like I've been saying, then we have to have that pullback. Just like a balloon spiraling out of control. If the higher that balloon goes, the longer you have to fall. It's just that simple, because gravity is going to call. And so gravity is calling for the overall stock market, and AI has fueled a lot. And yes, we got on the gravy train. We made money, but we did not overstay our welcome. That's what we did not do. A lot of people got greedy. And for those of you that don't know the stock market, you just think that this is the way it go and we are going to go up forever. Well, not so. We did not go up forever, and we're having healthy pullbacks, okay? So I just want to say that I'm going to have to do an entire video on crypto. Let me just take 5 minutes to talk about crypto. It ain't looking good. It's not looking good. But is it over? Nope. And last I checked, it was around 94. I believe we're going to visit 92. I do believe we'll visit 92. Just like I said, I believe we're going to visit 94. So what are you doing, Larry? What are you selling? I'm not selling nothing. I don't even cut it on. I used to cut it on when I'm up 100,000, or I'm up 200,000, when I'm up $300,000 on my investments. I was looking every day, just like you guys. I'm not perfect, but now that is I've gave up a lot of those gains. I'm not looking. I'm just keeping it real. I just don't cut it on. I don't cut it on because I'm looking at my videos from 3 years ago when Bitcoin was 68 a year ago. And then I'm looking at it again when it was 48. I'm looking at the videos. I'm sharing them with you guys saying, hey, we got caught. Boom. But I'm going to accumulate and then I'm just hold on. Right. I was talking to somebody the other day that got XRP for 20 cents, either 20 or 40 cents. And when did they get it? They got it last cycle. So what did they do when it went down? They just held. They had the mentality that I'm in this long term and I don't need to have it now. What's going to get you wrecked is I need it now. I got to have it now. And I can't have my money sitting in here. Well, I'm going to tell you something that's going to happen with crypto this year. It's going to, when it does rebound, it's going to take off. and it's going to be impossible to catch it. It's going to be hard to catch it. And you're going to find out at some point. I'm not talking about you guys that bought at the top. I'm just saying that you guys that bought it at a reasonable price. And at some point, you're going to be saying, instead of taking away, I should have been adding to. Well, the same thing goes for the stock market and some of your good stocks. It's, companies with revenue, companies with earnings, company with a good TAM, total addressable market that's growing, that's not going anywhere. Those are the companies that you look for the lows and you buy. You don't panic and run for the hills when the red come. We're firemen. We run towards the fire. We buy fear and then we sell greed. But that's not every single time, because every single time is not a buy, as you find out, because I've been there. Larry, how come we're not buying first dip? And then the second dip is twice as much as the first dip. And I go, that's why we weren't buying on that little dip. We bought more on this big dip. And then you know what they say on the big dip? I'm all out of dry powder. And that's why you're anxious. And you're trying to get rich instead of build wealth, which takes patience and time. All right, good people, I'm going to leave it right there. But listen, I want you guys to check out you can look at the whole video, but I want you to check out the inspirational, okay? Listen, Stock Up U is where you need to learn. Stock Up U is going to be the only link in this video. Learn stocks and crypto and options. Learn. If you don't know anything about these, then go there and learn. It's not for you experts. I'm going to tell you right now. My theory is talk to me like I'm 3. But what's in there is a coupon code, and that coupon code is LEARN. LEARN. Learn and get an extra percentage off. Get over $150 off of the price, not the price that you see when you first go in there, but in checkout. Put in that coupon code and participate in my Black Friday sale. I want you guys to do that first and then check out this video.